reefs, if you've seen them, they're these kind of like hard structures, but they're living organisms. And so the living organisms that basically build up the coral, they don't respond well to heat and to acidic water. So if you start to lower the pH and make the ocean more acidic, which we're doing, and you make the ocean warmer, which we're also doing, it stresses these organisms out and corals bleach. So you can look this up. If you see a picture of a healthy coral, it has a very different color to a bleached coral, which is all white and it's basically dead. And once you lose the coral, there are all of these fish and organisms that live on that coral reef, and we also start to lose those too. So one of the greatest losses to biodiversity in the ocean, if we continue doing what we're doing, is going to be based on coral reefs. Basically, we're stressing the reef out too much, and once the reef goes, once it bleaches, it's very hard to sustain the rest of the community that really depended on that reef. You know, as a place to live, a lot of organisms physically make their homes on the reef, but they also rely on the reef for food and for nutrients. So in 2015 to 2016, we had an El Nino event, which is a natural event in climate, but it can be, so basically an El Nino is what happens when you have a change to the trade winds, and the trade winds change where you have warm water in the ocean. So in an El Nino, you basically weaken the trade winds, and because you weaken the trade winds, you change the global climate until you get back to a normal or a not El Nino. So anyway, in 2015-16, we had this El Nino, and El Ninos make the planet warmer. Just the way that they change climate, they actually basically are like a booster to climate change for that 1 year that the El Nino is happening. So the coral reefs after, like the Great Barrier Reef after 2015, 2016 is in really bad shape. There was an article that came out in, I think it was Outside Magazine, and it said like, rest in